let's go 7 rounds of attack. If you haven't generated a client, nothing will be here. If you have generated a client, this is what we call the attack area, the historical attack area. You can see every client that you've generated, all the different amounts of items and files that have come out, and the numbers of stuff attacked over here. Now, if you want to send to a PAMPS provider, I am one of the PAMPS providers. We will print your letters out for you. Okay, you can come over here and click this paper airplane if you haven't done so already, and you can select the Ali Badi team and send that out. Click send to PAMPS. Boom, done. Now, if you don't have anything in this section and nothing is done, you're going to click go to the attack area. So now, this is actually how to create an attack letter. I'm going to teach you the AIs first and how quickly it is. We're going to actually generate a letter. And then I'm also going to teach you how to run it, the do-it-yourself method. The AIs are simple, easy. It takes about 20 seconds to generate a letter, while the do-it-yourself section takes a little more time. I'm going to go as slow as possible. A lot easier in class, but I'm going to go as slow as possible over here and focus on what I can with you without being in front of the camera, and try to get as much as I can of this done to let you guys know what it is. So let's get started without further waiting. Okay. I'm going to select my client. I'm going to select one of the 3 AIs that are up here: maximum efficiency, maximum effectiveness, maximum mixed focus with special focus. One of the 3 AIs, just understand, this one generates 1 to 6 letters. This one generates 1 to 1, up to 100 letters, and this one generates 30 letters. Now, do what's right for your pocket. If you're having financial troubles, don't generate the 100 or the 30 letters. Generate the 1 to 6 letters, because it's going to cost you a lot of money. So just be prepared for the truth of what comes with it. When you generate 100 letters at minimum 10 pages a letter, you're looking at 1,000 pages. So you have to be prepared for that in case that happens. So I want everybody to see. You want to pick a PAMPS provider to print the letters for you. You can pick myself and come over here and do that. Now, anybody that's coming over here, TPMPA, actually, this is on YouTube, M2 Trainer, and that'll be your different pricing structure and how we know where you're coming from. Put M2 Trainer over here in the notes section, and the notes section will let you know that, let us know that you came from here, and also give you a different pricing structure when it comes to actually utilizing the system and doing everything with the system. So this is going to be awesome. All right. So, and I click generate, and I'm generating that letter. So I did maximum efficiency because I'm a little stronger. I'm a little hard for cash right now, and it's going to generate the letter for me, and it's going to generate 6 letters or 7 letters, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to show you guys that in a sec. Now we're just going to wait for this to generate. I'm probably going to cut the length of time out over here. Perfect. Now it just generated the letters. Just save it to your computer. And now you can view your letters over here at any point in time. Look, it generated 3 letters. Let's see how big they are. It's 11 pages with all the negative items on it. That's 11 pages with all the negative items on it. Perfect. Done. Okay, let's go back down. Now, let's generate a more aggressive one. Same client. Now I'm going to do it yourself. Same thing. M2 Trainer. Right? I'm going to click generate. Now, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the board. And when I go to the board, I'm going to start doing a little work. Let's get our camera, not our camera. Let's get our little pencil thing up over here. Let's get rock and roll, and let's get you guys, let's get you guys rocked out, right? So now, when I'm up at the board, what do we see? We see that this is the AI, and this is your attack number. That's all it is. So I want the most aggressive AI. How do we know the most aggressive AI? Well, I'm going to show it to you. This is the most aggressive AI, MPEPs. Doesn't matter what software you're in, MPEPs. Just remember that. So in this specific software, it's indemnity. So I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna select indemnity, I'm gonna shut off phenomenal, I'm gonna select indemnity. I'm gonna select attack number 1, and look what happens. This shows up. Red, green, and blue boxes. Red means do not attack. Green means attack each of these in a separate envelope. Blue means add them all together in the same envelope. Basically what we just did on the AI section. So in the AI section, that's the AI. That's the maximum efficiency. This is maximum effectiveness, right? And this is, I'm not attacking anything. But for purposes of training, I'm gonna teach you guys how to read the credit report and understand the categories. Now, just gonna do a little breakdown over here. I use an abbreviation. Here's the abbreviation and how I sum it up. I take the first letter of each word and I use that as my abbreviation. All right, so just to give you an idea, give me a second. So this one over here would be SLCC. This is MCC, and this is AOCC, okay? This is INQ. I'm gonna use the first one over here because it's inquiries. This is public records, pub, or PR, whichever one you wanna use. PR, pub, or PR. And then the last one is PI, or the one up here is PI, which is personal information. Okay, and then you have SLDL. Always remember it's going to be add that number 3+, MDL 3+, and AODL 3+. So I'm just going to write this out. SLDL 3+, MDL 3+, and AODL 3+. Why am I doing this? I'm showing you guys my abbreviation, so when I get into this and I go quickly, you're gonna be like, well, how did he get that? Well, here's how I got it. I'm literally taking all this data from this box and knowing that they're gonna put it in the next boxes, and I'm literally gonna go and say, hey, I know these are categories. Let's find out how we're gonna select these categories, right? Here we go. So this one is SL, DL, 1-2, MDL 1-2, and this is AODL 1-2. Okay, so ready? Just to let everybody know, the most selected things in this software are AOCC, AODL 3+, and AODL 1-2. Most selected things in this software. So if you already know that, you know the other ones are going to be a rarity. So let's go run this report. Let's clear off this screen. Let's run a report. Let's figure out what the credit report, what's on this credit report. So first and foremost, let the system read. There's going to be a pop-up that comes up. It's going to tell us that there's no addresses attached to a file. That's okay. We're not sending out creditor letters, so we don't care. Reason we don't send out creditor letters, 90% of them get returned. So now what I'm going to do, just to show you, come over here. See this orange circle? Every software has a different color circle, but it's in the same spot. I'm gonna click that circle. It's gonna pop up a bunch of stuff. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff, right? But that magical green color means that it's positive. And because it's positive, let's go over here, click this box that says hide positive items. I just clicked it. Now let's go back down to that circle, and guess what happened? That circle has now been reduced to a bunch of colors. Well, here's the cool thing. I just selected the top over here. I want everybody to see this. This is going to be your negative item. Number. Box 1, 2, 3, 4. Most important box over here is going to be this one. And the reason that it's the most important box is because, hey, look, PI just popped up. Guess what? I'm going to write that in the corner. PI's here. That's the first negative item that we have. Great. So if that's what we know is the first negative item that we have, this is fantastic. So we already can start moving on to the next level and go into the next place and start to get all the rest of the categories. So let's go. I'm going to delete all this stuff off. Beautiful. Look at that. Got PI in the corner. Let's go down. Oop, let's get rid of the arrow. Let's go back down. Let's go over here to 2. Find out what 2 is. Well, here's 2. INQ. It's an inquiry. So that color brown is an inquiry. I just wrote it up in the top. Let's make sure. Let's see if we have any more INQs. Guess what? 3 is an INQ. 4 is an INQ. 5 is an INQ. Look, the box don't even have to remove. 8's an INQ. 13's an INQ. 14, 24, 36, and 40. All INQ. So everything that's in that thing, everything that's in that brown color is an inquiry. So let the software go. 41, INQ, but it's related to an account. 42, what does that mean? It means somebody just recently opened this, so it's related to an account. That's why they're not going to use all the aggressive tactics, so that when they get it off, they're not trying to get it to remove the account. They're just trying to get it off. If it falls off, fantastic. If it doesn't, they're going to leave it alone. All right? So we're done there. We wrote INQ in the corner. Let's go to 87. Well, what's 87? Here we go. A, O, D, L, 1-2. Oh, great. Look, somebody took a screenshot on that other page. They already know. First one that AOD, not B, DL 1-2. Guess what? One of the ones that I told you is most frequent is already here. Let's go to 88. SLDL 3+. But let me get rid of all these over here. Let's rewrite those boxes. SLDL 3+. Let's write that in the top over here. SLDL 3+. Oh, we got 2 done. Let's go to 89. Let's delete this. Let's go over here. Ready? CO. Well, if I remember correctly, there was no CO when they were doing this. But what was there? There was an AOCC, all other charge-off and collections. So CO translates to AOCC. So equals AOCC. Let's write AOCC. Now I'm going to leave that right there, and let's keep going. That's 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, all equaled out perfectly. So all those are charge-offs. Let's go to 94. Well, that don't equal out, so let's get rid of that. Let's go back over here, right? Oh, AODL, but again, AODL 1-2. Perfect, right? We wrote that. We already wrote it, so we don't have to write it again. Just showing everybody. Let's go to 95. AODL, 96. SLDL. Let's write that down. SLDL 3. Beautiful. All right. So now we have that. We already got that. So now let's scroll down. Let's check our documents that we uploaded. Now, hack to the game. Ready? Look what I did over here, just so you guys can see it. Hack, first name, last name, ID, first name, last name, S as a C, social security card, first name, last name, POA, first name, last name, passport card. I can never get it wrong. I can never mess up an image. I can never upload the wrong image because it's all labeled. So if you're doing this on your computer, do it like that. You'll never make a mistake. Great. So we have all the information that we need. Let's scroll up to the top. Let's go to the top. So let's come over here. Go to the top. Click the button top over here. And we're going to, in the top corner over here, we're going to click client info right there. I'm going to click that. And I'm just going to double check this. Ready? Name is correct. Pearl Street's correct. New York, New York. This is correct, this is correct, this is correct. If everything's correct over here, that means I'm ready to generate my letter. Right? I'm ready to generate. And if I'm ready to generate, let's go. So now I'm going to go back to that AI box. Here's that AI box. Right? I'm going to select it. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to select our round one and I'm going to let round one go. I'm going to get rid of our AI over here at the top. Ready? Now, I have everything written in green on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's go over here. Let's select this. I'm going to turn off everything in red because I have everything that I need. Personal information, inquiries. I have AODL 1-2, SLDL 3+, and AOCC. I have everything selected now. Right? How many credit bureaus are there? So when you're running this game, if you select everything in green, count your green check marks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 green check marks. 5 green checks, right? 5 green checks. How many credit bureaus? 3 CBs, credit bureaus, right? 3 times 5 equals 15. Okay, perfect. We're going to put that in that box right there. Every time. So when I'm going to select that box, I'm going to put 15 right there. Boom. That's it. But then you're going to put default, default, default. Now, what happens if you did the blue? How many is the blue? Let's just do the blue real quick. Okay? Just to help you guys out. What happens if I selected everything in blue? Right? Let's go over here. Blue, on the other hand, total 6. It doesn't matter if you select, doesn't matter if you select 1 blue, so this total would be 6, or if you select all blues, the total is 6. So that's 6. You don't have to count anything, you just got to write 6. Now, if you select blue plus 1 green, now it's 6 plus 3, so that's 9. They don't have 9, scroll up to the biggest number, 10. But we already know what's on the credit report, so why we got to select blue? We come over here, we go to the most aggressive attack. Following the stuff that we had up on the screen, we do 5 times 3, 15. And we go down and hit next. Here's the last thing. We're going to generate that report in about 30 seconds. That button's going to come up at the top that says verify creditor addresses. We do not care because we don't send out to creditors. We're going to click include all 3 bureaus, generate the letter. We're done. We are done. That's it. That's all it took. Now I'm going to delete all this stuff off the side, and I'm going to come get on that side of the screen with you guys in about 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to show you that letter, the difference in that letter, and we're ready to rock and roll. So that's generating a more aggressive letter, and as you can see, this letter is taking a little more time to generate than the previous letter because this letter, okay, this letter is not as weak, truthfully, meaning weak, as the other letter was. So let's get rid of that stuff. Here, hit enter. What the heck? Bear with me 1 second. I gotta close this and click save. So now I just downloaded that letter. I'm gonna show you guys what that letter looks like. And that'll be it for training. Let's look at that letter. Look how many different, what the difference between this. The other one generated 3 letters, just generated 24. That's already a difference. Now I'm just gonna click the collection charge off just because it's the easiest. I like this letter the best. As you can see, it's already a different format from the other letter. And let's take that letter and compare them side by side. If you bear with me 1 second. So I can actually try to get those letters side by side. Okay, let's get those letters side by side. Here. That's perfect. Ready? Let's pull this off. And then perfect. So this is everything together, 11 pages. This is just a collection, 17 pages. The difference in letters on how it works is completely different from each thing on how we're moving just because of what AI you choose to pick. You can see it side by side. And this is just the power of this software without even dabbling. This is just easy, and this is just a basic class. So understanding that I just went through the basics of everything, this is the power of how fast this software can get you to go through this. It takes about 2 minutes to generate a letter. So it has 8 rounds in one attack. That's 2 minutes times 8 rounds. That's 16 minutes. 16 minutes for 8 months can change your whole life. So get started with us today. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody listening to me today. I appreciate everything that we've gone over. This maybe be chopped and screwed 15 different times, but I can't wait to actually go through all this stuff with you. And I'm looking forward to see you in a live class. I hope you print with me, and see you guys soon.